Well, let's open up the phone lines. If you would like to get in a few thoughts, you are welcome to do so.
Let's start things off here with Andy B. Welcome, Andy B.
Hi guys, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
We
Yes,
can
we
hear
can.
you,
Hi.
and we're doing good.
Guys, so I just wanted to point out that in this Paul Levesque era, there seems to be a lot of reliance on objects to sort of signify something in their storytelling. So you've got the bracelet with Punk and Drew, and here the Ulafala. So which of these storytelling devices do you think has been used the best, and which one do you think has been used the worst?
So of the two that you mentioned, I think they've both been used incredibly well. And like, I seem to sense that there's some suggestion of this, like, of using these inanimate objects as like I don't know, like a trope of Paul Levesque's. Well, what is professional wrestling? Like, they're all fighting over a championship belt, and you only have so many championship belts. I think we complain already that there are too many of them. So I think you need to come up with other ways to for people to fight, beyond just competing for that one of two major championship belts that exist. And like the bracelet, I mean, I sense a lot of people are just fixated. They're not like just fighting for the bracelet. It's CM Punk fighting over tremendous disrespect that somebody put on him, the things that are most important to him. Being John's got a bracelet right now. What if I took that from you, John? Huh? You wouldn't be able to concentrate on who you're talking to at all. It's more, I would suggest maybe metaphorical, for CM Punk. Like, we know he's a guy who doesn't stand up to bullshit or any disrespect of any sort of type. Look what he did to, Jack Perry. Okay, that's all. Jack Perry didn't even take anything of his. What if Jack Perry took his bracelet? I think you wouldn't want to see that camera footage. But it's something easy for an audience to kind of like identify with. Like, he really loves his dog and wife, and here's somebody who's constantly threatened to tarnish that sort of like memory, of those two things.
Yeah.
It's also like that petty thing where, like, I can't let you get one up on me, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I just wanted to say, like, that match, like, pretty polarized reaction. Like, most critics and like WWE fans like received that well, but like the hardcore, like, work rate people didn't like it as much. Do you guys think that like that match takes them out of contention for feud of the year? And do you think it's like a successful piece of business to set up a rematch? Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks,
Andy,
as always.
I don't think that it was like some tarnish on the entire program. I think if that was where it ended off and they don't get to another match, I think it kind of leaves people on a. I think for a lot of people, like as you look back at it, like that was the most anticipated match at SummerSlam, and that was very evident when that match started. That place erupted when the bell rung. Like, you had that audience, and they delivered a match that had a lot of, between Seth Rollins' involvement and incorporating the, all of the exposition at the end of it. There were a lot of people that did not enjoy that type of match presentation. But I don't think it's the last match you're going to have. And to me, it does not override what's been, months of great segments by and large from those two, and where one of them has not even been able to compete during that whole time. So they've really had to extend this without having any matches all this time.
Sure, certainly. I think I'm the wrong person to ask that question, because I actually quite enjoyed that match. And
a lot did. Like, there were people that didn't like it. There were a lot that enjoyed it too.
Like, I appreciated the artistry in creating those moments and the storytelling to give you those reactions where I think they, you can recognize CM Punk stopping the GTS because he saw the thing on Seth Rollins' wrist as a legitimate...
The Anaconda Vice spot, like, that crowd went nuts when he grabbed the bracelet. Like, that did resonate with that audience at that stadium. Like, that was a giant pop when he got that bracelet.
I also didn't necessarily have, I think, any expectations of them having like this sort of like grudgy, like sort of physical war between them either. I also want to suggest, like, we don't know the limitations of a CM Punk just coming back from injury that might have necessitated a match of this nature. And if this is the case, then I respect the match even more for them to be able to come up with a compelling way to take up a PLE 20 minutes while still like conserving CM Punk, or working around his physical limitations. All that said, I expect these two to have at least a rematch, if not 2 rematches coming out of this, and one of them I do expect to take place in a Hell in a Cell. So for people who might not have been happy with this type of match, maybe you can expect the match that you are looking for in a Hell in a Cell. And to that end, I would still very much suggest that this is in contention for Feud of the Year. Thank you very much, Andy, for the call. Let's go up next to Corey. Welcome, Corey.
Hey guys, hope you're both having a good night.